Hello and welcome to this video about Virginia solar panels, Virginia solar companies, installers, basically everything that you need to know about transitioning your home to solar energy in the state of Virginia. You can find out about any U.S. state, the solar policies, net metering policies, in my all-new book, The Definitive Guide to Residential Solar in the U.S., which you can get a copy of by visiting my website at thenetzerohome.com. Okay, so utilities in Virginia must offer net energy metering, providing compensation for monthly net excess generation at the full retail rate. Okay, so what this means is that it's state law that the utility company must pay the homeowner for net metering, and what that basically means is that for any excess energy that your solar system produces that your home does not use, you can sell that excess energy back to the utility company at the rate that they determine, right? And that is and that is known through what is known as net metering. Okay, so Virginia has very solar friendly net metering laws and other policies that you'll see. So as of January 1st, 2023, residential and agricultural solar installations of up to 25 kilowatts will be declared a separate class of taxable property, and such facilities shall be wholly exempt from state and local taxation. Okay, so what this basically means is that homeowners in the state of Virginia can get tax exemptions for installing solar systems, which can help offset the cost of going solar, right? Virginia also has laws that can prevent homeowners like HOAs from inhibiting a homeowner's right to install solar panels on their home, right? So it's just part of the homeowner rights, or the rights of homeowners who are looking to transition their home to solar power, they've also got SRECs, which are solar renewable energy credits. So solar systems in Virginia are able to generate SRECs for as long as they remain an eligible generator. So what that means is that Virginia SRECs, solar renewable energy credits, has a use life of 5 years, right? So an SREC in 2021 can be counted towards the 2021 through 2025 compliance periods. Okay, system owners should make sure to sell their SRECs during that 5-year period, right? So an SREC is just a solar renewable energy credit provided by the utility company, provided by the state, to help offset the cost of going solar, in a specific area. On top of the 30% federal tax credit that the federal government offers homeowners for transitioning their homes to solar power. Okay, so let's talk about choosing a Virginia solar installer or a Virginia solar company. I recommend choosing a national installer with a local presence, right? So the company that we work with, our exclusive solar installer, is a national company who's done over 130,000 solar installations across the U.S. and has a branch located in Richmond, Virginia. So the reason why you would want a large company with a small presence is because, with something like solar, there are guarantees, there's manufacturer warranties, there's production guarantees, there's other things that you want, like contracts, and you want a larger company because they're frankly going to be more likely to be around in 20, 30 years, right? And be able to fulfill the promises that they make, on these contracts, right? And I also recommend installing solar panels with a company that has a production guarantee, which should not be confused with a manufacturer warranty. One of the biggest ways homeowners get a bad deal and get burned in solar, no pun intended, is when their solar system starts underperforming 5 to 10 years after the installation of the solar panels, right? A production guarantee, right, where it's stated in the contract how many actual units of, kilowatt hours of electricity that your solar system will produce year after year for the next 25 years. that is a true production guarantee. A lot of companies claim to have a production guarantee, but a lot of times the contract will still say estimated annual production. In my opinion, if that's the case, if you see something like that, you should don't walk, run in the opposite direction, because that is how a lot of homeowners have gotten burned. Again, no pun intended, in the residential solar industry, and that's really why I wrote the book, is to show, as a guide for homeowners and a reference, and also kind of a warning of the different ways that homeowners have gotten in a negative financial situation due to being too trusting of a door-to-door solar salesman, and just not knowing the right questions to ask, and not knowing, how to tell if they're getting a good deal or if they're getting a bad deal. That's why I wrote the book. If you want a copy of it, visit thenetzerohome.com or click the link in the description of this video to get yourself a copy of the book, The Definitive Guide to Residential Solar in the U.S., and I'll see you next